Step 1. Throw treats into your dog's crate and click or say yes as your dog takes a step into the crate to get to the treats. After you click, throw the treats into the back of the crate so the dog has to go further inside. Once your dog is comfortable going inside the crate, you can now click after the dog has eaten the treat but is still inside the crate. Continue clicking and treating the dog for staying inside. Step 2. Put a treat inside the crate, and just before you release the dog to go into the crate, say your cue, "Go crate," and click as the dog goes into the crate. Then, click for the dog staying inside the crate. You want to immediately add your release cue so your dog knows to stay inside the crate until you say when. To do this, say your release cue, pause, and then move, and click your dog for coming out of the crate. You want to move after you say your release cue so the dog doesn't think that you moving is the release. A good sign that your dog is loving the crate is when the dog offers going inside the crate again. Click and feed the dog for making a good choice. If your dog decides to come out of the crate on her own, promptly encourage her to go back inside. Step 3. Now pretend to throw a treat inside the crate and give the dog the cue to go crate. Click as the dog goes into the crate even though there's no treat, and present the dog with food inside the crate. Step 4. While your dog is remaining inside the crate, take a step away, click, and reinforce your dog by throwing the treat inside the crate or running over and putting the treat inside the crate if you're a bad aim. Don't forget to release your dog and click your dog for promptly getting out of the crate. Go crate. As you can see here, Kaylee is slower going into the crate when she knows there's no treat in it. So next time we'll throw a treat inside the crate to increase her speed and then go back to the step of having no treat inside.
Go, great.
Step 5. Now you can repeat the same steps with other objects that are safe for your dog to be inside, like a laundry basket, a bag, another dog's crate, or your car. This exercise is not only fun for you and your dog to do, but it's also very helpful in teaching the dog to generalize the behavior to all situations, as well as make the behavior more reinforcing. This is very handy for vet visits when the dog has to go into an unknown crate. Step 6. Go crate. Once your dog is going inside the crate reliably on cue and staying inside, you can start withholding your click for longer and longer periods of time, as well as adding distractions. This is called proofing. This is teaching your dog that no matter what happens, the only time they can get out of the crate is if you say the word free. Set your dog up for success by clicking as the distraction happens, and then clicking after the distraction. Step 7.
Great. Good girl.
The next step is catching yourself from clicking within the first few seconds when the dog goes into the crate. This is because if you keep doing it, the dog will get frustrated when you don't do it and won't want to stay inside the crate. So say a phrase like, "Good girl," or "Good job," when the dog goes into the crate, so the dog knows that she's on the right track and that reinforcement might come later. You also want to now focus on capturing calmness while the dog is inside the crate. It's better not to use the clicker for this, because if you click, it can excite the dog. So any moment that you see your dog looking calm, you can simply go and drop a treat between the dog's paws. Check out my video, Capturing Calmness, on how to train a settle, and you can work on the settle inside the crate. Now watch the continuing video, Crate Training Part 2, on how to teach your dog to be left alone in the crate with the door closed.